Hi, so I hope you're all doing great, and I'd like to show you something, okay? Cheaters say that there is no such thing as a perfect method for cheating. There is only a perfect moment to do a particular move. However, if there is a method that comes as close to being perfect as possible, it's called stacking the deck. Now that simply means you position the cards in a certain order so that later when you deal, you get the cards fall exactly where you want them to fall. Now that's what I'm actually going to try and demonstrate to you, okay? So let's just say that during a previous game I managed to spot the 4 aces. Now I'm actually going to shuffle them into the deck, but I will be keeping track of them. And as a matter of fact, I'm actually going to give this deck a series of shuffles. However, during these shuffles I'm not primarily concerned with mixing of cards, but instead I'm primarily concerned with repositioning those cards so that later when I deal, I get the aces. Now obviously that's an easy concept, but to put it into practice, it's one of the most difficult things that there is. But that's what I actually tried to do here. But of course, after the shuffle, the deck has to be cut, right? In a 5-handed game, the dealer gets the 5th card, right? Well, that's what I thought. You know what's the best starting hand in Texas Hold'em? It's actually a pair of aces. And in most games of poker, 3 of a kind is actually considered pretty good, especially if they are the 3 aces. But since we started with the 4 aces, we might as well end with all 4 aces. And that's what is known as stacking the deck. And that's practically the only skill a cheater requires to make a living out of the card table for the rest of his life. However, when a typical cheater uses them, there are a couple of things that he might do differently. For example, he will never deal himself something as spectacular as the 4 aces. He might go for maybe a full house or flush, whatever he actually managed to spot. And also most of the cheats nowadays work with a partner to divert suspicions and deal the winning hand to their partner. So I will show this one more time, but this time I will show you how the scam looks like when working with a partner. And also this time we will use a different 4 of a kind, just to make things tiny bit more realistic. So let's see, maybe we will use, I don't know, maybe we will use the 4 queens. But keep in mind that even 4 queens will be a bit of an overkill. In fact, a cheater will never use anything more than a 3 of a kind. In fact, the only reason a cheater will ever use 4 of a kind is if he wants his ear plucked and thrown out. But since there is no one here to actually pluck my ear out and throw me out, I will do it this way, okay? And also there is another important thing. And that is cheater will never actually take out the cards just like I did right now. That will be fairly suspicious. In fact, the spotting happens during a previous game when the cards are all face up, and from there on he would simply keep track of them. But since we are only simulating an actual situation, we will do it this way, okay? So this time I will try to stack the 4 queens to my partner, okay? And also last time I think we went for a 6-handed game, right? So we went for a 5-handed game. So let's this time we will go for a 6-handed game, okay? Just for the sake of variety. And also the last time when I shuffled, I wasn't particularly concerned about how thorough the shuffle was. However, this time I will try to be as thorough as I possibly can. Okay, but of course after the shuffle the deck has to be cut, right? And so I said 6 hands, right? And I promised you the queens. I never break my promise. Notice that every card is being dealt fairly off top of the deck, but I can still deal the queens. That's of course because I shuffled unfairly. And by the way, I don't want you to misunderstand, okay? The guy with the queens is not my partner. He's the sucker we are taking to cleaners, because my real partner is over here sitting at the 4 kings. But of course, you should never trust a card cheat, because I plan to double cross my partner and take the pot myself using the 4 aces. And that is that, and I hope you enjoyed it.